What's going on, guys? Today we have the Vosteed Nightshade sent over by Vosteed Cutlery. I'm very happy that they sent this over. They contacted me and asked me if I could demo this and review it on my channel, and I agreed, and I'm very happy that I did and that they sent it over and contacted me because I have been having a great time with this blade. I've been wearing it around for about a month now, maybe a little over a month, and I have to tell you it's been extremely well. I've taken it camping with me twice. I don't have footage of the camping, but it performed very well out there whittling sticks and just all around processing meat and doing anything else that you would need a blade for on hand when you're camping. It did very well with all of that stuff. So before we get too far into it, if you're not familiar with Vosteed Cutlery, it's probably because they got started around 2021. So they're fairly new to the market, but this blade that they sent over is, again, designed around the older Shillin Cutter type of blade. It's a very old-timey look, and it is a new take on an old-timey type blade. It's also slightly inspired by the kukri blade, and if you're familiar with that, the kukri blade, or the kukri knife, is a very large, curved type of blade made for chopping wood and processing meat, and is supposed to be all the way around pretty versatile type of big blade. So it kind of is inspired by both of those put together all into one nice little elegant looking blade. And again, the price point on these right now, I believe currently is under $100 as of this video. I'll give you a very brief unboxing of it. As you can see, it is covered in a sleeve, and then it has a nice little tin inside of that sleeve that the entire package is held into. The blade itself and everything is packed in plastic very nicely. Everything stays nice and safe in there, and it comes in this very nice little case right here. And for me personally, I probably won't ever keep it in this case, as my EDC knives are always in my pocket or on my table for when I wake up. I grab it off the table and put it back in my pocket. Very nice case though, very nice. I can actually use this for anything else that I want, so it's nice for them to include that. And you can see you also have your little Vosteed support card in there, and as well as a model of the knife and the description of what the knife entails. The 154 cm stainless steel blade comes in very sharp with its flat grind on it, so you probably won't have to sharpen this as soon as you get it out of the box. I mean, unless you're, a knife edge snob and you have to have everything like laser sharp, to which by all means. However, for the average everyday user, this thing comes in very sharp, so be very careful. I appreciate that from a company coming in extremely sharp. It is very nice to have that right out of the box. Again, the blade grind on it is flat, so it's pretty easy to self-sharpen this if you ever need to. Now, that being said, in the month that I've been using this, I immediately went to work on boxes and everything that I had to open. I had a brand new grill that I tore down the entire box with. I have not sharpened this just yet, and it is still very, very sharp, and I can easily shave off my fingernail bits there without getting too crazy with it. Still very sharp, very nice. So one of the things that matters most for me in a blade, an EDC blade at that, is how well it rides in your pocket and how out of the way it stays while in your pocket. This, with the high clip on it right there, as you can see, is only right hand side, carries very well in the pocket, very discreetly, and stays out of the way when you put it into your pocket, and you can even stick your hands in your pockets and it doesn't feel like it's all up in your business. I've had other knives that I've carried a while, and whenever I would put my hand in my pocket, it felt like I was shoving my hand into my pocket with a rhino on the side of it. So this thing carries very well, very nice, very slim, stays out of the way. The curvature of it is perfect in the pocket. When open, the entire unit comes in around 7.5 inches, 4 inches folded, and the blade itself is 3.25 inches. And if I haven't mentioned, it is an HRC 60 hardness to the blade. The entire thing weighs in around 4.16 ounces. So not too much of a chunker in the pocket, in my opinion. Kind of disappears very well. Moving on down to the handle, these are the Midnight Black G10 grips. Very nice. These aren't extremely aggressive, but do feel as average as your typical G10 grips do feel. So very nice in the hand. If you're familiar with G10 grips, you will like these. Moving right down to the swing of the blade, very smooth operation. In fact, so smooth you can open it with an unorthodox method, as you can see right there. Swings right open easily, very nicely. Has a nice spring to it whenever you pop it open. When locked, it does have a nice lock to it. And then it takes just a little more pressure than that, and it swings right open. And upon closure is almost as well as gravity to close it. So very nice, smooth, very smooth. The Shillin Cutter style is both elegant and utilitarian. Again, with the way that this blade is designed and shaped, it's very easy and ergonomic whenever you're processing fruits, vegetables, if you're doing any kind of meat cutting or anything like that, or even whittling a stick. It's very, very ergonomic, very easy to use this blade when you're processing pretty much anything. Again, that Shillin Cutter design is very modern approach to a very time-tested design. Now, let's go to the kukri style of this, or the inspiration of it. The kukri blade, again, as I went on at the beginning of this video, is a very utilitarian, big, beefy blade. Is mainly meant for like chopping and processing wood, and with also the ability to process meat. That being said, I did have a little fun with this thing. Now, I didn't think it was going to work out too well, being that this is a very, very small blade compared to the very large kukri blade. However, I did go to the backyard and chop down some limbs that were kind of hanging low, and as you can see, the knife did cut through really close to all the way through the blade, all the way through the wood. Now granted, this is not a chopping blade, and this is not something that you would probably be using your EDC blade. However, it did almost make it all the way through with just a slight snap of the twig after I cut through them. So if you want to swing this thing around, you might be able to get it done. But probably not best for chopping so much as it is slicing and cutting. Again, I can't stress how much I like the ergonomics of this thing. If I point to the serrations or the jimping on the back, it is right where you need it, and especially underneath the finger stop as well. Same kind of jimping there. When you lock your fingers on and your thumb onto this thing, the curvature of the handle provides a perfect lock of the, when you're processing meat or you're cutting vegetables or whatever it may be that you're processing. You have a very good handle on this thing with the curvature of it. And again, with that jimping, locks your thumb onto place and your finger stop right there. Everything is just feels really good in the hand. I don't know how well that translates, onto camera, but it just feels pretty good. So overall, this knife, in my opinion, is a very good workhorse with a very elegant look to it. I couldn't ask for any more out of an EDC knife other than, maybe if it was just a little bit lighter, but I actually prefer just that little bit of heft to it. And with that little bit of heft, again, it's not much at all. I forget this thing is even in my pocket, which is good as an EDC blade. So that's it right there. If you guys want to check the link in the description box down below, I have a coupon code if you jump onto Vosteed Cutlery's website. It is down there, ZRUS5 for $5 off the Nightshade. And they're also running a combo package if you buy their pry bar as well. ZRUS20 for $20 off the Nightshade and pry bar combo. So I have those links down there in the description box down below if you want to check them out. Again, big thumbs up from ZRUS, the Nightshade from Vosteed Cutlery. Very nice EDC blade for under $100. I believe it's running somewhere around 80 bucks as of this video. Definitely worth it. I would not be disappointed about this knife at all if I had purchased it. However, I didn't purchase it, but I do want to thank Vosteed for sending this over my way to give you guys a good look at it. And I hope this video helped you out at all. If you're looking to buy this thing, feel free to hit that like button down there. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I appreciate Vosteed sending it, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.